Everything's Fine on 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Coming back to the next important issue that I'm going to talk to you about is the introduction of the Iranian films in Ireland. First time in Ireland, an mini Iranian film festival is organised by the culture section of the Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran and the Gaelic and Persian Culture Association of Iran as well. So that is a fantastic initiative. That's a great initiative. And I'm fortunate to have in the studio today Mr. Sharif Kazemi, the Charge d'Affaires of the Iranian Embassy, with me. So, Mr. Kazemi, you're very welcome to the program. And thank you very much for taking your time off to come into the studio.
Thank you so much, Mr. Siraj, for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here and talking about the culture and film festival and cinema.
Indeed, it's not long ago that we talked about it in this studio, and I invited the moderator who came to do a culture event that we held in Dunleary on Ibn Sina.
Yes.
And we were talking about the Iranian films in the pipeline, and here we are discussing it. We have arrived.
Yeah, exactly.
We had arrived. Exactly. It took a while to finalize, and in between we had to, apologize to the listeners about the tragedy that happened.
Thank you.
You lost your president and ministers and 8 individuals into the tragic incident in Iran. So the week. I think a few days pushed this Iranian Film Festival, and we've pushed it forward a little bit. But we are here. And please tell me about the overall Iranian films. Do you grew up watching Iranian film in your school time, college time?
Yeah. Let me first explain about the Iranian film history and what is the situation of the Iranian film in the international festival. Mm-hmm. Also, I would like to talk about the Iranian film festivals. We should see the background of that. Just after 5 years, the films makings in the world started. Iranian film started too. Okay. So Iranian film is very old. Maybe we can say it as the world started to making a film. Mm. It's the beginning of the 20th century.
That's right. The French brother, Lumiere brothers started 100 years ago, almost 100.
And they brought a camera and some things to Iran, and during the Muzaffareddin Shah Iranian
so it's as old as that.
Yeah, wow. Exactly. Wow. And Iranian archives is full of such old photos and the movies like that. And Iranian cinema, so it has a very old compared to the others. And also based off the Iranian ancient history and the culture and the strong literatures, they could produce very diversified movies and different theme. For example, in the Festival of the Berlin 2006, 6 Iranian films has been screened there, and in the 6 different fields. Mm. So it was very interesting. And also Iranians' participations in the film festivals in the 1991, and after that many Iranians movie like Kiarostami, Majid Majidi and the others won the international prize. It shows that Iranian film has its own brand beside of the others film. So it's very strong topics for the connection between the peoples and the peoples. If you would like to know Iran, one window of this is the films. It's very important. In the next step, I will explain about how much the cultural connection and the films is important. The people of the different nations can be familiar each other and for better understanding.
Are they big star system like in Hollywood or in Bollywood in Iran as well? The actors and stars and the people who work, are they worshipped? Are they respected well? Are they big in terms of public figures?
Yes, the Fajr International Film Festivals each year happen in Iran. Many film producers around of the world participate in that, and also inside of the Iranian filmmakers participate in that, and also why Iranian film industry is developed because the people of the Iran support that, and the background of that, as I said, is the literatures. And
I was just going to say that. Yeah. Is the writing a very important aspect of the scenario, script writing, and you have a literature, very rich literature. So therefore, the stories are driven by those sources, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. And also, Iranian area as a geographically is the cross-cultural area. For example, in the south of Iran is near to the Persian Gulf countries, and the north of the Iran, Caucasus, and Central Asia. So the cross-culture is very important, make the culture rich, and they can connect it together. So many stories is available for filmmakers, as you said, to find a scenario, literature.
Wonderful. Now, talking about the popularity on the international film festivals like in Cannes, like in Berlin, as you mentioned quite rightly, and of course you have your own film festival called the Fajr Film Festival, which you invite all the international filmmakers. Ireland is very much a place for films and Irish films and Irish film culture. I literally see lots of, festival. We have a Polish film festival, we have a French film festival, we have Indian Film Festival of Ireland, which I run it. But there had been a gap in the market for Iranian Film Festival. And now, with your hard work and vision and effort, we are going to see some sort of a start in that direction to have an Irish Iranian Film Festival.
Yes. It's very important we have a film connections together too. Fortunately, when I reviewed the archives 25 years ago, there was many Iranian movies screened here.
Oh, really?
And Mr. Kiarostami's movies and Majidi movies and some others screened in the island. But unfortunately, recent 2 decades, 15 years, was the lack of the Iranian film screen here. Based off that, I think it will be good. We restart the screen Iranian movie here, and 22nd of the June, with your helps, in the Dundram Cinema, we will have 2 Iranian film festivals in the island. And also, it is interesting for your listener that Iran and the island literature is very close together about the movies, some of them. For example, a strong movie in the island is the wind that shake the barley.
Shake the barley.
Yes. We have approximately the same, that they are anti-colonialism, anti-foreign interference of the country. For example, we have in Iran the movie names, for example, Rais Ali Delvari. This rising is against the colonial of the UK, and they have a very good movie. And also, Love of the Allies is another movie that it won one of the international prize. So it's talking about how much peace and the stability is important, and how by the understandings the peoples can stop the civil war. And also in the island has a experience of some instability, unfortunately, back up because of the foreign interference. So this culture, I wanted to say, is near together. And also there is a different topic that these two society, and especially film industry, can work together based off the history, not just about the real fact of the history, also in the methodology. For example, we have Rostam in Iran has the same story as a Kukulin in the islands.
Wow, interesting. Yeah.
It's a long ancient story of for example, the Rostam.
Rostam and Kukulin.
Kukulin.
So that's very interesting. The other question I would like to ask is that, Hollywood is very big, and all countries, in fact in India as well, and Europe, we have been making films on war. And Iran has got war history, as you mentioned that, a bitter history of war. Has there been any good war movies made about Iran and Iraq war?
Actually, because of the attacking by the Saddam to Iran, unfortunately, these two countries, which has a very friendly relation these days, 7 years was engaged to the war. For both nations, it was a very catastrophe situation in that time because of the Saddam and some supporter from the out. Yes, we made it we have a brand of the defense film festival in Iran too, and many movies and film has been produced in that regard. One of them is, for example, the name is Agence de Shishay. If you want
Agence de Shishay.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And also Love Allies. It's exactly talking how much war can affect it to the people, ordinary people lives, and the people will lose the lives of them, and many stories behind of that. And because of that, many of these movies, people's like in this movie to understand how much a war can affect it ordinary peoples and why we need to stop it as soon as possible.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, that the war movies are very popular, and as I said, endless movies have been made on Second World War and things like that. So that's fantastic. Talking about this, coming back to the point about 22nd of June, which is a Saturday. Back to back, we have two films. Which one is called The Sea Boys and The Romanticism of Imad and Tuba.
Yeah.
Now, both films are running at the Dundrum Cinema, as you mentioned, from 4 o'clock until basically 5:30. The first film is Sea Boys from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And then we have a little break, and 6 o'clock to 7:30, the other film, A Romanticism of Imad and Tuba, is running. And after that, we have a gourmet Iranian food and reception and everything in the lobby of the downstairs in the Dundrum Cinema. Tell me about it, those two films, how you chosen and how we have come about these films.
Yeah. It is very important. We could show the cultures by the movies, by the films. It's very strong instruments to have, for example, people in that way. Also, fortunately, both of these films, as you said, has a English subtitle, so easily can understand. Sea Boys is a story of the two teenagers, two boys, and one of them from the north of the Iran, has near to the Caspian Sea, another one south of the Iran, near to the Persian Gulf. And these teenagers, boys, how try to support their family, their mothers, their, for example, sisters, and they do a lot of interesting, outstanding gesture to support them as a teenager, and because of their own culture in that area, and it has a very interesting history, and the persons would like to continue what's happened next steps, and it's not predictable movie, and also it's very good movie, not just for the adults, also for teenager.
And I heard that's won the award of Children Award, that film.
Yes,
international.
Internationally around of the world, in the, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the Turkey, and I think in the Indonesia, in once. Yeah.
And the second film, A Romanticism of Imad and Tuba.
Yeah, Imad and Tuba. Why we selected this movie? We wanted to show the present and modern life of the couple of young couples. And after, for example, a couples love each other, they started they married, and they some challenges happen, and how by better understanding and based off the mutual understanding, they can pass these challenges. It's not easy, but hand in hands they could pass these challenges, and many good and lovely times happens, and also sometimes hard times they have
reality, which is a lot, with life.
It has, in some part of this second movie, has some comic ways too, but in the real lives.
Lovely.
It is really interesting for me. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad that you've selected, and we have come to conclusion of these two films, and it's happening only one day. Just the baby steps to start off with, and maybe in future it could be more than 2 days, it could be 3 days, it could be a weekend with more 5 or 6, 7 films or something like that. And it can be organized by inviting a director or the star or actors from Tehran, from Iran to Ireland, which is a very privileged thing to do.
Yes.
So that'd be fantastic. Just to let people know that they can easily book their films directly at the Dundrum box office at their website, which is www.movies@dundrum site. You will find it .ie under the event section. So you would not see that on the front page, on the landing page. So don't go away. Just click the menu and click the event section. And in the event section, you will find these two films there. And they're very cheap to very reasonable price. So I would say both films will cost €15 and one film will cost €10 to book it. And so plenty of tickets available. The box office is open for the last Monday and it's up and running. And so please book your tickets as soon as possible online through the Movies at Dundrum for the 22nd of June, which is Saturday afternoon, matinee and evening. So it's going to be a fantastic afternoon. I'm really looking forward to it after working so hard on this with you on this.
Yes,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to enjoy the films and enjoy the cultural display of the Iranian culture as well in the foyer as well.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to it?
For sure. I'm looking forward to it and see the people's coming. Unfortunately, after 2 days, we displays the advertising, the movie. We have a lot of people who would like to participate in that. And I'm sure the people will not just watching the movie, find it many common area of the two culture and maybe some idea for having for example, making films together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the next step. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Irish-Iranian co-production. You never know. In collaboration with the Ireland and everything.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having your listeners in that festival, which organized with your helps. And I thank you too much.
Most welcome. Thank you very much, Dr. Kazemi, to come along on the studio and telling me about the first ever Irish-Iranian Film Festival in Dublin.
Thank you for inviting me.
93.9 Dublin South FM.
You are listening to 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Broadcasting from the Dundrum Town Centre. This is Dublin South FM.